Broadcasting from the furniture capital of the world, it's Couched with Carson Kressley. Tonight's guests, design industry leader Anne-Marie Barton, award-winning designer Jamie Drake, with Roy Day and his band Cookie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Carson!
Oh, hi!
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I was doing it right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hello. Yes. Was that the Charleston? Was I doing it right?
That was it.
Very,
Carson.
it's very great.
We're gonna call it.
Gatsby.
We're gonna call it the Carson.
Or the Carlson. Some people think my name is Carlson, the Ann and L, and I'm just like, I'm not that famous. I'll let you pass. Who is ready for an amazing show all about great design? I know, same. Today's show is all about the details. And speaking of details, can we give it up for our amazing band? They are more than just details. They make this show. It is Roy and Cookie. I'm gonna go over here. Is that considered funk? That feels like funk. Is it funk? Can we say funk on TV? I don't know. So I'm so ready for our episode this week because we have not one. No, wait, don't order yet. We have two amazing designers here, and they're going to tell us how a few small details can create an incredible interior design. Now, our first designer is best known for working with architects and builders and homeowners, and she has over 25 years of experience, and her list of over 200 clients includes stars like NFL quarterbacks, national sportscasters, and professional PGA golfers. So please welcome to the stage Anne-Marie Barton. Come this way. Oh, I love your shoes. They're fabulous. Have a seat. Okay. Cheers. Have some Chardonnay, I mean tea.
I hope.
I love your shoes. Oh, those are so good. Those are quite golfy. That's almost like it's a Gucci, but it has like a ghillie. Do you know what the ghillie thing is?
As long as it's got a G on it.
Yeah, no, I love it. You can't go wrong with a little G-U-C-C-I.
I don't golf.
I'm gonna take these up. I don't golf either. I went golfing one time, and the people that I went golfing with are actually here. They're furniture people from North Carolina.
They love to golf
And they
here.
said, you should go golfing. And I said, no, it's a terrible idea. Someone will be injured, probably me. And I went golfing, and you know, I have kind of the WPGA kind of flair, or at least the haircut.
Yeah,
and,
it's working. It's working for you.
I got like a wedge or a driver or something, and it was aluminum. It was quite light, and I had more strength than I realized. I drove that golf ball right onto the highway. Next to the golf course, and you could hear like the shattering glass. I yelled 4, and then there was, we have sound effects. Who did that? Was that you?
Nice.
You're so good over there. But yeah, golfing was terrible for me.
No.
But you've worked with a lot of professional athletes.
That's true. They have to
and
be handled
sportscasters.
carefully.
Yeah, what's their, how do you work? Is it different working with like a professional sports person than a different kind of client?
Yes, because you're working with the male instead of the female, which I actually prefer.
Really? Me
I don't
too.
think that's uncommon. That's not uncommon in the business.
Okay.
But the men just want it done.
Right.
And so they love to look at things for about an hour. You have a cap, an attention span deficit, unless it had to do with golf scores. Then they're really into that. But I have my moment, and then I run and get it done. So
Wow,
I love
that's
those
a dream
guys.
for you
Yeah,
as
those
a
guys are my
designer, though.
favorite.
Because
oh yeah.
The guys are like that with shopping in general. I hate to generalize,
Exactly.
but mostly they're like, I like that shoe, I like that pair
Simple.
of pants, I'll take 4
With
of those, let's
a woman
go.
is completely different.
Yeah.
It's a dreamscape. It's been thought
It's
about
more
for
emotional.
years. They need to touch and feel it.
Right.
And they need a relationship.
Right, designing for the
text
sexes.
relationship at all
Okay.
times.
So it's a different vibe.
Totally.
Different
but
vibe.
I do love the sports industry, and I guess I've gotten put into that group. So
How did you, I mean, interior design is so much about kind of building relationships with your clientele. And the designers that I know that are super successful are kind of friends with their clients. They live in the same towns. How did you get hooked up with the sports people?
I grew up in Connecticut. And,
I've heard of it.
Yeah. And Steve Young was, he's a quarterback of sorts. I think some people have heard of him.
Steve Young.
And we're older
was he
now.
a 49er?
Yeah, he certainly was.
Was he?
But he also played in Greenwich, Connecticut. I was a
Okay.
cheerleader. He was a football player. And life goes on, and you become adults. And
This
he
sounds
needed
like a
some help.
Lifetime movie.
Anyway, we always won when we played against his team. But needless to say, those friendships do matter.
Right.
And
that kind of connected you to the
it
world
did.
of pro athletes.
It did, and also Furnitureland South, kind of.
And that's one of the places where you get a lot of your
Yeah, well, who
furniture, all your-
wouldn't? It's
Right.
all here. It's all
Right.
here. So yes, I was here, and of course Jim Nance, who
He's
is a
a golf
commentator.
person, right?
He's that, and a basketball person, a few
Oh
other
my
things.
God. I am so sporty.
You're so out of it.
I am gonna do
Gosh.
something crazy like play tennis after this.
Just so you can gram it.
So today we're talking all about details.
Yes.
And whether it's a project for like a famous athlete or
Or your next door neighbor.
Or your next door neighbor.
I mean, it all.
The details really matter. I always tell this to everybody, like the accessories and the details are what really make it sing. Like you can have all the functional things, but if you don't have that spice and that artwork and all that great stuff,
It's the
not
same
gonna
with our
have
clothes.
the flair.
You know, I kind of base my design kind of like fashion.
Okay.
And I'm influenced,
Right.
you know, by fashion generally. And it's true. I could just be having a white blouse on and a pair of plaid pants.
Right.
And that's so basic for my wardrobe, but a cute shoe does kind of finish it off.
Right.
So it's the same with interior design. I feel like it's nothing when all the furniture's placed. It's
Right.
when the art comes in the room. And also it's about, you know, the color that you bring in. I don't really deal with color that much.
I saw on your Instagram,
You
which people
looked?
can follow. Yeah. And you are like the queen of
Nice.
like, I would say you are the queen of, it's kind of handsome, neutral,
Yes. Getting close.
slightly rustic.
Sure.
I would say no, not rustic, earthy.
Okay,
Earthy,
so I'll tell you what that's called.
Neutral glamour. What
I
is
like all
it?
that.
What
we
is
just call it organic modern.
Organic modern.
That covers it.
OM.
Oh,
G.
and, oh my G.
Organic
No,
modern goodness.
because you do have to have a little glam in that, but
Yeah.
always modern has to be warmed and livable. We don't want to be
Right.
too cold. We love straight lines, we like order, but we like to be soft in our homes.
I agree. And
So.
I will go into people's apartments, especially in New York City, and they might live in like some really glamorous, like famous building, and it's all glass and steel. But when I go to their apartment, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna give blood in here.
Yeah,
like I feel
it's-
like I'm in an Eastern European
Yeah.
mental hospital. It needs a little bit of warmth.
That's right. I'm known for warmth.
Okay, so you do modern with warmth.
I do.
Well, we have a little game to play today.
I've heard.
I had to put my glasses on
I don't
to
know much
read the
about it.
details. We have official rules so I don't go to jail. We are going to test the knowledge of design items today.
Ooh.
And it's all about details. So we've compiled a group of photos of real life decor items. They might be bizarre or unusual, and maybe not either one of our tastes, but it's going to be our job to define what the items are. And if you think this is going to be easy, apparently no.
Okay.
It's going to be very
Okay.
difficult. So we're going to take a look at the monitors, and I
Okay.
guess there's an item that's going to show up, and we're going to figure out what that is.
That's wood that's been carved. That's,
I thought,
No?
or back hair.
No. Razor
okay.
stubble? Razor stubble?
So that's carved wood. I've seen that. That looks very Balinese to me.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it's a chainsaw sculpture.
Wow.
I've seen those. They're
I've never
actually-
used those.
So you basically, they take a giant piece of wood and they etch it with a chainsaw, and then
Okay.
it comes out looking like these red blood cells. That's very innovative.
Yeah, I
And
think we were right though because
I
it's
do
in
love.
wood.
That's a great way to use natural things as art. Well, that to me looks like just a tree trunk that's been hollowed out into like
a tunnel,
an end
a tunnel,
table.
a very cool tunnel in Spain.
We'll take a look.
Oh,
it's a chair.
We wouldn't have known. We
That's
just wouldn't have known.
Kamcha wood.
Is that how you pronounce
found,
that?
Someplace exotic.
Kamcha.
Kamcha.
Okay.
I
Look
feel
that-
like that comes from like somewhere near Indonesia
Yeah,
where trees
Bali,
grow quickly.
yeah,
And
Polynesian.
they can make entire chairs out of them.
I
with
need the
one
name
piece
of those.
wood.
I might be able to use them.
Okay, now this is an unusual material.
It's a bronze. It's a bronze. It's a sculpture. It's artwork.
It looks like a cloven hoof of some sort of farm animal.
I'd say no to that. I think it's a decoration for like a centerpiece.
I'm just really hungry for bacon. Let's see what it is. Oh, it is a man.
I think I
A
was
shirtless
close.
man. I should have gotten that. What's wrong with me? It's a Cowabunga sculpture. And where would you use that?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
This is obviously polished nickel in a scaly form. It could end up being an alligator.
It looks like a disco ball, like a very earthy disco ball. Let's take a look.
Oh, a table. Now that's
The
cool.
crazy cut coffee table.
That's cool.
super fun.
Yeah.
And that does look like a disco ball that has fallen
That's
and
been
smushed.
squished. Yeah, yeah. I would
That's
dance
great.
around that.
And that's a little bit like if you put that in a very rustic environment
It just breaks it.
with something kind of rough. That
That's
would
called the
look
mix.
great.
You got it.
Yeah, that tension.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have one more. Oh, well, that's
I think we know
obviously
what that is.
My legs. Those look like emu feet, duck feet mirror.
I'm not sure about that.
It's,
you think
it's whimsical.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm not
which
that
I'm not
whimsical.
so sure about whimsical. It's fun.
Oh, wires connected to make a fence. This is to keep cows out.
It does look
I
like a
don't-
lot of like barbed wire.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, well, you could keep a cow in there.
Yeah, or any kind of animal, probably. That's the Entropy Chair. I don't even know what entropy means. Anybody?
I think you enter the chair
Yeah, and then you
and
get
some
trophy.
entropy while you're in it.
That's super fun. I like that because that looks like a piece of sculpture.
Yeah.
To
It's
me.
the one-off chair.
And do we have any more? Oh, we do.
Oh, well, we know what that is. It's my is that crystal? That's my favorite.
Is that
Every home I
natural
do.
crystal or quartz, like a
It's-
rock formation?
Yeah, I think those are essential to bring peace and sanctuary.
Oh, do you believe in the whole like
I don't know any of the
energy?
stories, but I like the way they look.
I do too. And I do feel like natural elements just bring like good vibes into your house.
Yes, in general.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
created by nature, so they're like
I accept whatever
it's like
vibes.
a little natural goodness and God.
We need it.
We do. Peace and serenity.
Oh,
It's the Geode
That's
carved skull.
I'm not sure that's the antithesis of the good feelings.
I'm not sure I need it in a skull formation.
Yeah.
But I do like a good geode.
Right. Me too. More? Oh my
And then we
gosh.
have one more.
Ooh, that's bony. Is it a dinosaur leg? It's bronze.
I feel like it's a baked potato person.
I've never heard. You mean a potato man?
Like a very modern Mr. Potato Head. Oh, I was right. I was right. I was
That
right.
is good.
Hidden figures. So that's a very like Giacometti modern.
I think those are cool.
Those are great.
I don't
Those
know
are
how
great-
big they are, but-
those are great details.
They are.
Little
They make you
tchotchkes.
question. Now, we don't love a
What do
lot
you-
of Chotsky, just a
no.
little advice,
But
less
you like
is more.
some statement pieces
Yeah,
to
yeah.
create interest.
Yes, so that when you do have a piece
It
that's
pops.
extraordinary, like a bony potato head leg,
Man.
you notice it.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, we learned so much today. There's so many great design details out there, so thank you for that education. What are your big projects coming up? What is next for you?
My favorite, well, I've got one here in North Carolina,
Okay.
which is really exciting because I've never done a home in North
Oh,
Carolina.
so it's a private, it's a house,
It
it's not a
is,
hotel
and
or a lodge.
This is the hubbub of the industry. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
But the other one I'm excited about is
Tell
on
me.
Pebble Beach, 18th hole. Everyone will see it. It's iconic and it's very modern. But it will be organic.
And it's a private residence on a golf
It
course.
is, yes.
I might just show up there because I like the golf clothes.
Well, that's
But
what it's all about.
Yeah,
Same with,
no. It can be quite dapper.
I don't have to go out and play.
Anne-Marie Barton is the very best guest. Thank you so much for being here. Give her a big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with another incredible designer right here on this couch. Don't go anywhere.
That was fun. That was
Thank
fun.
you so much. You're so talented. Okay, everybody, our second guest on today's episode is one of the most well-known designers in New York City and really all over the globe. He's an industry veteran for over 30 years and brings his keen design sensibility to some of the most high-profile clients in the world, including New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg and Madonna. Please give it up for Jamie Drake. It's safer to use the stairs. Hi, honey.
I don't want to kill myself.
No, not now. You're too famous, too popular.
Wow. Look at you. I love you sitting on this dolly lip sofa.
Do you love this?
I've always loved this.
I saw this online, like on one of those websites where everything is like $900,000, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need that. And then we made our own version because some of the real
and now you can charge $1 million.
No.
You had it made.
I just think it's so fun.
It is.
And I just, it's just a cute accent piece. So, Jamie Drake, everybody, give it up one more time. And how great is our band?
Unbelievable.
Super
Hello.
fun. So thank you for being here. I'm such a fan of yours.
Well, thank you.
And I would, when I go to like some of like the big design shows, like the one in High Point, North Carolina, people are always usually congregating like in the same restaurants or bars. And I would see them from afar and I'd be like, oh my God, over there, that's Jamie Drake. And I would want to like say hi.
We've known each other for years.
We have. We went to junior high together. No, we didn't really, but it feels like that. And I've always been such a fan, and I was such a thrill to meet you when I first started dabbling in design, because you do. I would see your work in Decor and Architectural Digest and like really important, beautiful, splashy, glossy magazines for like really important like either moguls or titans of industry or people like Madonna. What did you do for Madge?
Well, I did.
I don't really know her to call her Madge, but I thought maybe since you know her, it's like I know her.
I saw her in her latest tour.
Did you really, Madam X?
Madam X out in Brooklyn.
How was it?
A few weeks ago. It was spectacular. And I have to say, I thought she did an unbelievable job of reinventing herself.
Right.
She's about my age. She is I'm 9 months older.
Okay.
You're 20 years younger.
No.
I think it's such a challenge for an artist, for any artist, to keep evolving, just as we have to do in our design work.
Right.
And she, instead of just having a concert again where she's doing all these theatrical gymnastic things that are much more difficult to do at 60 plus.
Right.
She put on a piece of theater that was so based in political statement making, it was absolutely sensational.
Okay, we're gonna have to put that on our to-do list, everybody.
Absolutely.
Go see Madonna Madam X tour. Did you work with her on one of her residences or?
Yeah, I worked with her on two of her residences.
You did, okay.
Yes.
And do you want to?
I would say she has sensational taste.
Right, and did she let you do what you wanted to do, or were you really collaborative?
I would say she had sensational taste.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I feel like she would have strong opinions when it came to design, though, because she is so artistic.
She has a vision, and she's certainly a style meister at the highest level.
Yeah, and an artist. And I think whether you're a musician, which is an artist, or whether you're an interior designer, which is an artist, it's about like telling that story through your medium. So I feel like she would be fun to work with. And you did Mike Bloomberg's house. I think I've been to that one.
Which one?
There was a townhouse in New York, and
So
he had
that
like a
he-
New York film and television dinner,
Oh,
and
yes.
it was lovely.
Catherine Oliver, probably.
Yes.
Yes.
And I went to that, and I was
Okay,
like,
yes.
oh, this is good.
So
And
I consider Mike one of my dearest friends and probably
Right.
the most influential person on my adult life. Certainly
Really?
my parents were influential because they raised me, but
Mm-hmm.
I've known Mike 32 years now, maybe 33.
And did you meet him through like designing a property for him?
Yes, the one you were in, but since
Mm-hmm.
then I've worked on all of his houses
Right.
and things around the
Right.
world.
He probably has boats and planes.
Well, he's famously, so, we live in a world where we like to respect our clients.
Right.
Privacy.
Yeah, that. But you
and
can
their
tell
NDAs,
me.
but famously, he talks about
Okay.
our working together in public and
Right,
from
right.
the stage.
Right.
He famously said, when I was awarded and inducted into the Interior Design Magazine Hall of Fame, he came as a surprise
Okay.
and didn't present the award to me, but he gave a speech at the cocktail hour before.
Right.
And he said, and his line is, and the first time I met Jamie, I told him, I have no budget. And Jamie said, that won't be nearly enough. Ba-da-ba-bump.
Right. I love that. See, that's a true interior designer.
That's a true story,
Right.
too. And the number of people who've asked me, because he's told it a number of times.
Right, right. And he's
Is
so
that really
dry.
true? It's like, come on, of course it's not true. He has a good sense of
being
humor.
very
He made
funny.
it up. But, we've worked on his houses in New York and in London, in Bermuda.
Oh, my gosh.
The Hamptons.
And what's the most unusual thing you've done for him? Did you do like a boat or a train or a
Well,
car?
wouldn't it be
or-
wonderful to have a train? Wouldn't it be?
I know one does that anymore. I have a private train. I'm so old-fashioned.
You must be the czar.
Yeah, that would
Think
be...
about the czar's
that'd be
trains.
very old school.
Absolutely.
Have you
absolutely.
done something really unusual, though, a design
I
project?
think the most unusual thing I do is to try and make sure that my clients are happy.
I think you did an apartment. I don't know if I saw this in a magazine or maybe it's your own apartment, but there's a building in New York City, and this is insane, but it's real.
it's my apartment.
Where you can drive your car into it's a high rise, and there's like a garage door, and you drive your car, and it takes it up to your apartment with you.
Don't you remember that night we went up to my apartment together?
It's a little foggy, but I do remember it was magical.
But yes, it is true, and that is my apartment.
That
And
is so fun.
It is. It's very convenient. It's really wonderful. I didn't buy the apartment because of the car elevator.
Right,
But the
right.
building, of course, is famous in New York that it has it. It's the only one that did. I think a second one's under construction
Right.
now.
I think Dolce & Gabbana lived there, too, if I recall.
Well-
I go trick-or-treating there because they have the best candy.
Yes. One of them does. They're not a couple, so they don't anymore. But
Right, but it's that same building.
It is. Mr. Dolce's there.
You have a lot of fancy neighbors.
We do.
I'm going to have to come over for dinner again.
Nicole Kidman.
And Nicole Kidman, but we won't tell anyone that.
And Keith Urban. Right.
And Keith Urban. Oh, God, I love him. Makes me sound Australian just talking about him.
And you do those accents so well.
I do them okay. I've spent a little bit of time down under. I mean, do I have to do everything around here? Sheesh. I want to ask you some more
cheers.
questions.
Oh my God, they
Cheers.
didn't tell me this
Have
was
some
vodka. How great.
Chardonnay.
Oh, yours is vodka, not
Ooh.
mine.
It's not just for breakfast anymore. We're talking about details today, and I know, I really think that's what separates the great designers from you can do a great design and have a great plan, but when it really sings, I think it's from the artwork and special finishes and custom things that you do. What are some of your favorite details that you use in a space to make it really, really special and give it that wow factor?
So, we are very lucky at my firm at Drake Anderson that we work for very successful people.
Right.
And they come to us because we...
That's code for rich.
And they come to us because they want something that is truly couture. Now, the words couture and bespoke are probably the most overused words in the design industry, maybe besides DNA and code.
I agree.
But it's really a
It's
difference
custom.
when it's truly 100% custom, and when we think about every detail, every proportion, every trim and welt and nail head, handmade lampshades that might have
Right.
two trims, different one on the top, different one on the bottom. And I think that those are the things that really do make something sing. Now, I think about, just like you do, getting dressed. And
Right.
we think about our details when we get
I'm
dressed.
noticing. I noticed your buttons, actually.
Right. So the buttons, I put this outfit on specifically because I knew we were talking details, and I thought,
Okay,
okay. Oh, I put it on, then I worked backwards saying this will work fine.
See,
So
he's
here's-
prepared. That's
Right.
why you're successful.
Then here are the quiet messages that somebody may look at and go, well, he looks great. Look at how great he looks.
Right.
But not put together the circular buttons, which are so called out here. Work with the circular
pocket square.
the pattern on the pocket square, and the little studded.
Oh, there are little studs on the
little
belt,
brass
yes.
studded belt.
This must
And-
have taken days.
Well, no, I just got dressed this morning at the crack of dawn and got on a plane to be here with you.
Oh my gosh,
and then,
you
of
were
course,
so nice.
we both are like, oh my God, we must have gone to the same school, except you have much more expensive things than
No,
I
no,
do.
no. This is all from Canal Street.
My
this
God.
is all. This was like $1. Yeah, no, it's
But-
I like to mix high and low.
Right, but the
Yeah.
details I think, are so important to our clients that it makes it so unique for them,
Right.
and also that it justifies the value to them.
He's not only an amazing interior designer, but an entrepreneur and just taking the design world by storm. Where can we find you? At Jamie Drake?
I am at designer Jamie Drake.
Okay.
And at Drake__Anderson.
2 underscores.
There you go.
Wow, that's fancy, everybody. Give a big round of applause to Jamie Drake for coming. Please follow him on Instagram. That is all we have for you today on Couch, but I feel so fulfilled, by the way.
Well, my goodness, good.
All those details. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here. And tune in next week. We've got more design details coming at you. And until then, stay fabulous.
Yeah.